why I didn't get the memo that thoughts get their own TV shows these days. I might need to change professions. I don't know. Let's talk about it. So we all know Love and Hip Hop is my guilty pleasure, and I've been loving it for years, but this episode's different. I feel like this episode was divided up into two parts. Let's talk about the first part I like to talk about is the ratchetness. That's why I watch Love and Hip Hop. I'm not looking for role models. I'm not looking for people with good character. I just want ratchetness. And I've grown used to this. So to see Stevie J change right before my eyes, I don't know how I'm going to handle this. Okay, so this episode, something has gotten into Stevie. Like, all of a sudden, he wants to be extremely responsible, okay? He's taking care of his children. He's putting his family back together. He's made amends with Joselyn. He got a new house for the family, not just his ass and his side actions. He was uniting his children. It was a huge letdown. I was like, I mean, it's good to Stevie that he's changing his ways in his real life. And I think this whole storyline would be perfect for his spinoff, Stevie J. Because I guess you can't be wild forever, but I was just hoping for a couple more years, you know what I mean? But so he was on the outs with his son Dorian, who we never seen it before. But Dorian is a spitting image of Stevie. It's just insane how much these two look alike. I guess they were on the outs for a while because Dorian felt some type of way because Stevie wasn't around. He was busy being Stevie J, the music producer and the, you know, bigger than life personality. And Dorian really wanted him to be home more. This is the thing that all children want. They just want a parent. And he said he felt like he had to teach himself a lot of things that his father should have been teaching him. Now, and Stevie admitted it and apologized. And it was a really good, heartwarming scene. But at the same time, I'm a little sad. Like, Stevie, well, you know, no more threesomes? I'm like, no more holes? It was pure entertainment. So while Stevie J is growing up for his personal life, I don't know about the show, Love and Hip Hop. Now, it might be perfect for his show, Stevie J. But for Love and Hip Hop, it was a change in a different direction, and I was really proud of him. Yet sad, I had to mourn the old Stevie J, who was a hot ass mess. I loved him. Another thing that he did is he got this new place for his children. Now we all know Stevie's been in tax trouble. You know, when you start sporting big houses like that on television, you know, the feds can't take it. So I hope nothing comes bad of that. But Stevie J has gotten his act together. And which so while I was willing to admit that Stevie was getting his act together, I'm a little hesitant to claim Joselyn's new personality. You know, she's a mother-to-be. You know, she's talking with a bit more sense these days. You know, because she was off the chains. She's going around apologizing to everybody that she's did wrong. I mean, this is the new improved Joselyn. But she was so bad before. I want to hesitate just before saying that motherhood changed her. I got to give it a little more time because Joselyn was insane. But for this episode, it seemed like she changed. She put out a video for women's empowerment. You know, she still has that accent. She doesn't say women. She says women's with an S. She did her women's empowerment video, but all in all, her and Stevie are getting along. She's preparing for her baby. She's making amends. She's acting like an adult. She even apologized to Dime, and the two reconciled and agreed to move on. I don't know what to do. You know, the baby is coming. It's time for everyone to get their act together. I'm just, you know, But Love and Hip Hop must have heard my cries because there is ratchetness. So you remember last video when I told you I do not warm up easy to people. Like, I don't like new people. It takes me a long time to warm up to anybody. But since Stevie and Joselyn want to get their act together and grow up, I'm forced to put up with the newbies. I call them the newbies. So we had the glam shop owner, Sierra, her husband, Shooter, who was banging Sierra's assistant, Mariah, and we have Sierra's ex-employee, Lovely Mimi. Okay, now look, I already suspected that Shooter has to be a pimp. Like, and I have evidence this time, but let me get to that in a minute. So Mariah is openly on national television telling everyone that she's sleeping with her boss's husband, and there's no shame in her game. She's very proud of it. At first I thought, this is some kind of setup. What woman in their right mind would go on national television and admit to being a thought? It's insane. Like, you're a hoe. And you're admitting it. But then I thought, hell, if she's okay with calling herself a hoe, then hell, I might as well join in. So we got this storyline by this new hoe named Mariah. She's sleeping with her boss's husband, and she says she gets $1,000 every time she sees him after a little bit of pleasure. This is what she said. Now, I wouldn't have came on TV and told anybody that. That's what makes me think, is the storyline made up? But, you know, sometimes you can't get ratchet people in the world. And, you know, they just, if someone dangle a camera in front of their face, they'll let it all hang out. So I don't know. She calls herself a thought, then I have to treat her and talk about her like she's a thought. I mean, or you wouldn't have came on television, would you? So this thought is trying to get more money out of Scooter because she needs more money for some shop she's opening. Fine. She goes to him. She was like, and she said every time she sees him, she gets $1,000. But now she wants more. So she asked him, you know, I got to up my fees. Basically is what she said. It's time to up the game. I need more money. And he was like, no, we're kind of done. And she was like, if you don't, I'm going to tell your wife. And he was like, okay. So she tells Lovely Mimi, you know, and I don't know if this is all made up storyline, because there are people out there, you tell them something, they just can't keep to themselves. You know the type I'm talking about. So, of course, Mimi runs back and tells everyone, including Sierra. So Sierra knows that her husband's sleeping with her assistant. But the part that trips me out is when she confronts Shooter, he gets out the car calmer than a fan, just calm. She's like, did you do it? He's like, very calm. Who told you that? See, this makes me think he might be a real pimp, because, you know, pimps don't lose their cool, and they always turn it around. She said, are you sleeping with Mariah? His response was, who told you that? See, that's like a pimp answer. You know what I mean? Like, never answer, never clarify. She said, is it true? So finally he's like, yeah. Not one sweat bead coming down his face, nothing. Like, he wasn't scared. He wasn't, baby, please. None of it. He was like, So in the process, Mariah comes up, and as most women do, Sierra rushes to Mariah, and then they get into it. And here, Shooter is cooler than a fan, calm, getting a front row seat on the fight. Now, so that's what confuses me. Is this a made-up storyline? But you know, in real life, when this situation happens, they always blame the women and give the men a pass. So I am forced to enjoy this ratchetness with people I don't know. See, I'm used to ratchetness with people I don't know. So it was a pretty good scene, but I couldn't give a damn about anybody in the scene because I don't really know them like that. So while it was good entertainment, I didn't know the people, therefore I'll give the fight scene a C. Like, because I've seen better fight scenes. This is a C. Just because I don't care. I really don't care. The only person left on the show that I did care about was Jock. Now, I don't know if it's because I wasn't getting the ratchetness I was looking for, but for some reason, that whole Jackson hairstyle that Jock's got going on, I'm getting used to it. I thought he looked cute yesterday. Like, I don't know. It was a bad night. It was a bad night. Only thing happened is Jock finds out that his ex or his baby mama, Cena, is now dating Rod. You know, the guy, the sister wives guy. So now he doesn't have 2 sister wives. He's got 3. So maybe that storyline will beef up. But that's what went down this week. Relatively a quiet week. But I do know one thing with Love and Hip Hop. Just when you think the storylines are going downhill, something insane might happen. So I'm going to come back and watch it next week, just in case this was just a quiet week. Okay, thanks for watching. Talk to you next time. Bye.